Hi, I'm Chelsea Henry, and I'm going to tell you the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This is an adaptation of the fairy tale written by Robert Southey. This is a story about a girl named Goldilocks who sneaks in a bear's house and gets into big trouble. So, the story goes like this. Once upon a time, there were three little bears who lived in a beautiful house in the woods. One day, Mama Bear made them porridge, and as they sat down to eat the porridge, they realized that the porridge was too hot to eat. So they decided they would take a walk for their porridge to cool. So they left and went on a nice walk. While they were on a walk, a little girl named Goldilocks with beautiful blonde hair approached the house. She looked in the window, and when she looked, she didn't see anyone, but she saw some bowls of porridge on the table, and she thought, I'd like to try some of those. So she turns the handle and she notices that the door is open. So she opens the door, walks in, and sits down. She goes to the first big bowl of porridge. She takes one bite and says, this porridge is too hot. So she goes to the medium-sized bowl, takes a bite, and she said, this porridge is too cold. So then she goes to the third little bitty bowl, takes a bite, and says, this porridge is just right. She eats the whole bowl of porridge. After she eats the porridge, she is so full, she decides she needs to take a seat. She goes to the first big chair, she sits in the chair, and she says, this chair is too hard. Let me try the other one. So she tries the medium chair, and she says, this chair is too soft. So she looks over and she sees the little chair, and she sits in the little chair and she says, this chair is just right. And just as soon as she got comfy, she sat, all of a sudden the chair, boom, breaks out from under her. So she says, oh gosh, that hurt my back. I guess I'll try to go to a bed instead. She sneaks into the bedroom and she sees a big, huge bed. She lies down in the big bed and she says, this bed is too hard. So she goes over to the medium bed and says, this bed is too soft. So then she spies a little bed. She gets in, crawls up and curls up, and she said, this bed is just right. And she falls asleep. Well, the next thing you know, while she's fast asleep, in walks the bears. They walk in and sit down to eat their porridge. And Papa Bear says, hey, somebody's been eating my porridge. And Mama Bear says, someone's been eating my porridge. And Baby Bear says, someone's been eating my porridge and it's all gone. So then they go over to their chairs and they see that Baby chair is broken, and he starts crying. Then they walk in the bedroom. They see that their sheets are all messed up, and they say, somebody's been sleeping in our beds. And then they look over at Baby Bear's bed, and there she is. So they say, grrr! And Goldilocks pops out of bed, screams and runs out the door, never to be seen again. And that's the story of the three little bears. Thank you so much for listening.